Hello everybody. So if I'm talking weird, it's because I have a different set now. This set here, the other set that I had, these are a different color, but the other set I had had like one bump, I guess you would say, on this side where that the implant is in the back, and then a little tiny one on this side, and this one has like the right here. It's like I don't know what you would call it. It's more prominent than the other one. The other one was just like a one here and then one here, and then my tongue kind of fit in between those two bumps. And this one, it's from here to here is the bump. So I'm having a little bit hard time talking with this one. It's like fighting my tongue. I will say this, as each appointment progresses, when they unscrew and screw back in, it's getting so much easier. It's not as painful. The first time, this area and this area was painful, couple times, and then other than that, there's no real pain at all. So that's nice. It really does get better. I did notice a few things. Besides that, I did ask if I can go back to the bumps because I think that I would talk better with the bumps. This is probably where the lisp is coming from that I'm hearing from people. It's kind of like, you have your teeth. Well, you have your teeth and then like a bump. And that bump is where their implants are placed, and they need material, strong enough material to protect those implants, so that's why it's there. But I personally like the other one better, where I just had to like deal with the bump here and the bump here, because that still gave the tip of my tongue the space to enunciate my words and use my tongue like we do. So I did notice that. And another thing that I've noticed is, I'm gonna give you a close-up of my teeth so you guys can kind of see, just see what they look like. Now I'm just gonna smile like I normally would, which is a big smile. And what I noticed is this side sticks out. And this side goes in like, I think, oh, beautiful. I love this side. I think it's so pretty. And then you look at this side. And don't mind that. That is where they packed the implant so nothing gets in there. And what happened is they only have, where the implant is placed, they only have so much space that implant can withhold, meaning each implant takes the weight of each part of your mouth. And in my case, where my implant was placed, this is as far back as they can go, because my implant is right here, so they can only go back this far for it to bear the load without putting too much pressure on the implant, which can damage the implant. So they're limited on how much material they could place on that implant, because again, each implant has its own area that it's protecting and holding on to. So knowing that, this side, as you can see, this one's like, I hate that how huge it is. It's huge. It's like two front teeth right there. Kind of funny, but anyways, you have to like, there's like, I think 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the middle makes 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I told them, like, I have a big smile, and you can really see. You can see where that ends. Not so much on this side. So that I'm not a fan of. And I told her that, and they took pictures and everything, and she can see what I'm talking about too. And I think maybe my two front teeth maybe need to go just a tiny bit bigger. And she said, don't worry about this, because, it kind of curves in on one side and not the other. She said that's what this phase is for. This phase is to start working on the cosmetic side of the teeth. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on now. But I think that my front teeth could be just a little bit bigger, and maybe if they were a little bit bigger, it can compensate for some of this room over here. I don't know. What do you guys think? And the bottoms, I don't really have any problem with the bottoms. See, look at that bite. Look at that lovely bite. Way different, way different. So now I like to say I have chomping power. Before, even with my dentures, when I would take a bite, I tried this many, many times. Just a normal reaction to like pick a hamburger up or something, bite into it. No, that was never the case with me. I always had to like tear the hamburger in half, and then tear a piece off the corner and eat it, and then the other corner and eat it, and then just kind of work my way around like a little mouse. But that's because I could never like bite down on something and rip it, So I'm hoping that this time I can, because my bite is way better. There's not that huge gap anymore. So I'm really happy about that, thrilled about that. My bite is great. So far, I have no problems with that. The only thing I really don't like is just that. I don't like that it can be seen. And it's because my big fat mouth. I have a big fat mouth, and when I smile, I'm just like, I smile too damn big. It's probably my problem. It's probably more my problem than theirs. But other than that, I really like them. I think she said this is B2, the shade, and I believe that's the one I chose, because they had like the Hollywood white tier, I guess you would say, and I chose the one like right in the middle because I didn't want it bright white, and I think the B1 was the brightest, if I'm not mistaken. So this is B2. I do like the color. I think the color looks great. I think it matches my my eyes, so I think that is good. And other than that, they want me to wear this weekend, so my next appointment isn't until Monday at 12. My lips are so chapped from like for days. Somebody was asking me on here about lip fillers, and it is not lip fillers. What it is, it's having your mouth like for days. And I mean, I guess if you really wanted to make your lips look fatter, and you can do that yourself at home, and your lips will look nice and plump. But anyways, no, I have not had fillers. I did have fillers a while ago. Gosh, when was that? It was right before I got sick and almost died of COVID. When was that? I think it was 2020. It was either January or 2021 or January 2022. I don't know. I'll have to go back in my videos and look, because I have discussed that as well. Being a denture wearer and losing your top lip and trying to get that support back. So I tried it, and shared that story, but it's somewhere back in my story. So no lip fillers. Those all dissolved a long time ago, and this is just me now. As you can tell by the wrinkles on my forehead. But I go back in on Monday at 12, and they said if I had any problems or issues, just they're going to be here tomorrow in the afternoon, so I can reach out and say, hey, I'm hurting, or something's not right, something like that, and they'll help me out. But they want me to try these out this weekend, so of course, eat things. And something else I've noticed too, since having these and not dentures, is I have so much saliva, you guys. I feel like I mean, if I'm not careful, I'm gonna drool everywhere. And I think it's because my mouth is so used to being covered with so much plastic or acrylic or whatever you want to call it. And now that it's not covered in plastic and more of my gums is exposed, I'm just like leaking like a faucet, which is more funny than it is bothersome, honestly. At this point, uh, even if I had to walk out here right now with these, I would still be absolutely thrilled, and it's because I am so thankful to be here, and I'm so thankful to be healthy, and I don't ever want to go back to that broken down, um, sad person, who hated themselves and could never eat and was in constant pain and, skinny, so skinny from not eating, just totally unhealthy on every level. And since I've had my extractions, it has absolutely changed my life 1,000,000%. And so even if I had to walk out here right now, they're like, you know what? This is as good as it's gonna get. I would be so freaking happy still. But they're not gonna do that because they're awesome, and they really care. They care, and I can't stress that enough. They care. They care so much, and that's so hard to find in any practice. Doesn't matter what it is. It's so hard to find. So yeah, here I am. I'm talking. I'm eating. The only problem I have is I'm constipated. I know that's probably too much information, but I think it's my body's not used to taking a lot of medicine either. And the only time I have hurt has been at night. I wake up at like, I don't know, a couple times throughout the night, and my jaw aches. Now, I don't know if that's from the actual implant, or if that's from clenching my jaw, because now I have a better bite now. I have a correct bite, or if it is from well, I don't know what it's from, but that's the only pain I've had is at night. So I have had to take ibuprofen and Tylenol, and they did give me some pain pills that I only take at night that goes underneath my tongue. And I probably should take it before I go to bed. I think once I did, but I try to keep that for like when I wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. and my jaw is aching. It just feels like somebody punched me in the mouth a few times. And then I'll take it then. But I think that having all that medicine in my system has affected my stomach, and on top of that, of course, not drinking a lot of coffee. I hate coffee again, you guys. They uncovered my palate. My body said, ugh. So, and coffee has always helped me in that department. So, other than that, I'm going to try these teeth out this weekend, and they are going to see me on Monday at noon. And she said that they're going to have I don't know if they're going to have the new set then, or if they're going to start working on the new set then after they get, it'd probably make more sense that they wait until I come in Monday with all of my critique and just kind of how I did throughout the weekend, and then make me the other pair. But we'll see Monday for sure. And how did the hamburger go yesterday? The hamburger went great. I had no problems whatsoever. There was this man that interrupted my lunch when I was sitting on a bench by the beach, who just insisted on, I don't know what the hell his intentions were, but it interrupted my lunch, and I only ate half of the hamburger. But I did fine eating. I had no issues whatsoever. And everything was fine. And then later on in the evening, I ate another Pop-Tart because for some reason, Pop-Tarts are so good to me right now. Um, and that went just fine. I did have a cup of coffee this morning. I just forced myself to drink it, hoping that it will help my stomach situation. Uh, and yes, coffee burns. Something else that I have to get used to is actually being able to feel temperature in my mouth. And again, that's from all the acrylic and plastic or whatever it is covering the majority of your mouth. And so I have to get used to that again. I have not tried anything cold. I've taken a sip of Coca-Cola that was cold, and water that was cold. No real issues there. Now, like ice cold, I have not had anything ice cold. I can't really eat ice cream and things, so I can't really try that either. But no issues with cold whatsoever, and hot is hot. So far so good. But I will try to keep updating you on what's happening, and I'm probably just gonna like do a mashup video of all of the try-ins up until this point on my next video, because I really think that because they listen so well and they care so much, and they're just awesome, I have a feeling that the next try-in that I have is going to be the one. Yay! And so I would rather wait for the one so that I can do a mashup of all of the try-ins I had, all the way, even from the very beginning where they placed it's just a white plate, and you're gonna see a picture of that. It looks kind of funny. It looks kind of cool. They place this white plate in your mouth, and it's to make sure that the holes that are going into the temporaries all the way up to your permanents match. That they match, so that it's a good tight fit. And these are still encased in white. That's why you're not seeing any pink. So for those who are saying, oh, I'd have them, where's the line and this, that, and other thing, these are encased in like a white material, and I'm going to show you a close-up of that too, just so you can get an idea. So there will be pink eventually, and that's that's something that we're going to work on a little bit later. But these are just temporary. Okay, keep that in mind. All right. So, anyways, I'll do a mashup later to show you everything and how they line it up from that moment all the way up until hopefully my my next set, which will hopefully be my last one, so that they can start making the zirconia. Please feel free to leave any comments or advice below on what you think about this. This is something huge for me. I'm here by myself, so just any advice. I really, 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 truly appreciate that, and I want to be absolutely prepared, and you can think of things that I'm not thinking about. So, because it's overwhelming too. It is overwhelming. Like I said, I'm so happy I'll walk out of here right now with ease, but any help is appreciated. So I love you all very, very much, and I will be back on here. I might pop on this weekend if anything miraculous happens, but other than that, you'll probably see and hear from me on Monday. Love you all. Bye bye.